Alright, so this is J Consulting and welcome po sa aking YouTube channel. And for today's video, pag-uusapan po natin paano nga ba mag-request ng monitoring clearance gamit ang SEC eWatch. No? So again, if ikaw po ay isang bookkeeper or authorized filer na nahihirapan kung paano po mag-request ng monitoring clearance, this video is for you. So this is a guide lang po, no, based on my experience. Nakapag-request na po ako numerous times sa SEC. So again guys, dati po pag-request ng monitoring clearance is done through email, but as of 2026 pinopromote talaga ni SEC ang digitalization, so everything is paperless na, no? So currently, as of recording this video, June 2026, so I think last 3 months, SEC eWatch din yung ini-implement ni SEC sa extension office kung saan man ako. Okay, again, so this is J Consulting Philippines. This video is for those authorized filers, no, na nahihirapan. So if bago ka pa lang po sa aking channel, no, kung gusto niyo mga ganitong content, please subscribe, no. So without further ado, let's start. Again, ano nga ba yung eWatch? Of course, ang meaning po nito, Electronic Workbench and Analytics Technical Computing Hub. So isa lang po itong online platform na kung saan doon po sinasubmit yung mga company monitoring request. No, so it automatically tracks compliance with the submission of GIS and AFS. So technically, ang dami kasing features ng eWatch. So actually, yung parang highlight lang talaga nito for me is yun, if of course i-update yung information. For example, kapag magre-request po kayo ng monitoring clearance, you can update it as well doon sa eWatch. No, so yun siya. Again, paano nga ba mag-access nun? Go to ewatch.sec.gov.ph. Make sure lang po na may eSecure account na kayo. It must be credentialed. Again, login nyo po yung eSecure account ninyo to the link provided. Madaling-madali lang naman po yan. And then, prepare nyo na po kaagad yung documents, no? SEC files, of course, for stock corporations, certificate of incorporation, articles, and then bylaws. And then, yung latest AFS submitted to SEC with yung QR, no? Kailangan may QR po yan siya. And then, yung latest GIS ninyo, kailangan may QR din siya. And of course, itong pinaka-last, no? Medyo natatagalan tayo dito. Yung stock and transfer book. So, kailangan lang natin is yung cover page with stamp. Don't worry, may guide naman po tayo mamaya. Ipapakita po natin sa inyo mamaya. And then, for non-stock corporations, same pa rin, 1 to 5, yung SEC files, tsaka yung latest AFS and GIS. Membership book naman for non-stock corporations. And MDF, no, mandatory disclosure form. So kapag nakasubmit na po kayo nitong MDF via G-Forms, pwede na pong i-attach yun, no, as proof. Or kung dati po nakapag-submit po kayo ng hard copy, okay lang po na yun yung i-present nyo, i-scan nyo lang po siya kasi one time lang naman po itong submission ng MDF. Alright, so I think we're ready na tayo for uploading, no. So again, ito lang po yung mga requirements. Next, again, yung in-emphasize natin, kailangan credential po yung eSecure account ninyo para makaproceed po kayo sa eWatch. Okay? So again, ito po yung itsura ng stock and transfer book and then membership book. So pag stock corporations, ito po yung isi-secure ninyo, stock and transfer book. Kailangan lang po ito, yung may stamp. No? Yun lang po yung proof na hinahanap ni SEC. For membership book naman, same din. Alright? So next, again, login tayo sa eSecure. So login nyo po yung inyong eSecure account. And then, pag nandito na po tayo sa homepage, next po na gagawin natin is i-click po natin itong request monitoring sheet. Next, click natin itong I agree, itong check box, and then proceed. And then, lagay po natin yung SEC registration number natin. So, yung SEC registration number, makikita po yan siya doon sa may upper right corner ng Certificate of Incorporation. So, hanapin nyo lang po yun doon. Then, pag na-search nyo na, click OK. And then, ito po. Ayan siya. So, click nyo lang po yung next. Then, ano po yung reason? Bakit kayo magre-request ng monitoring sheet? So, in our case, no, sa experience ko, magre-request po tayo ng amendment of articles of incorporation and amendment of bylaws. So marami pa po yan siyang reason dyan. Pwedeng certificate of good standing, no? Or ano pa dito, yung monitoring of penalties, no? So petition for lifting of revocation status or delinquent status, so pwede din dito, no? Again, madami po yan siya dyan. So, nakadepende po sa purpose or reason ninyo. And then, kung okay na po kayo, na-check nyo na po, so, click nyo po yung next. And then, dito na po tayo sa uploading na part. Again, ang basic requirements is yung mga SEC files niyo, yung nabanggit natin kanina, balikan nyo lang po doon, no? Yung Certificate of Incorporation, Articles of Incorporation, Bylaws, the latest submitted AFS, tsaka GIS, no? Tsaka stock and transfer book. So, scan nyo lang po yan siya dyan. And then, upload nyo po siya dito, no? Upload nyo lang po yan dyan. And then, may next pa po tayo dito, no? Other requirements. So, dito nyo po i-upload yung AFS, tsaka GIS. Okay? So, kung okay na kayo, you just simply click the next button. After that, isa-certify nyo yung mga information. Again guys, yung sa processing office, nakadepende kung saang extension office kayo covered, no? Just simply check the website of the SEC for the jurisdiction of the extension office kung saan kayo belong, no? Kasi minsan, jurisdictional po itong monitoring clearance, pag-request ng monitoring clearance. So, kung under ka po ng SEC Extension Cebu, doon, so be it doon sa Cebu, or sa extension Davao, so doon ka po magre-request. Alright, so click submit, and then okay na po yun siya, no? Nasubmit nyo na po yung inyong application, and then simply click this okay. Again guys, yung process po natin dito sa monitoring clearance is simply tatlo po, no? For assignment, for review, and then released. So, kapag bago pa lang po yung submitted yung application ninyo for monitoring clearances, ito po for assignment. And then, after that, usually mga 5 days for review na po yan siya. And then, kung masasettle, kung okay na po yun, finalize na po ng SEC in charge, release na po ang tawag doon. Alright? So, processing days, 2 to 3 weeks po siya. So, based on my experience, matagal po talaga yan siya. So, please bear with the SEC officer in charge kasi kino-compute yan nila lahat, no? Tinitrace back yan nila sa system nila kung alin yung mga hindi nyo na-comply na mga reportorial requirements. Like, for example, failure kayo to submit on time the GIS and AFS. So, dun may multa po yan siya. Okay? So, ganun po. So, I think that would be all for this video discussion. And if you find this video helpful, please do subscribe and follow my Facebook and YouTube channel, no? So let's grow this channel, no, for more, again, to reach other peoples, no, na nahihirapan about this one. If ever guys may mga concern kayo, just simply put it sa ating comment, no? And then diligent naman tayo, no? Masipag naman tayo mag-reply sa mga comments ninyo. Any comment, no? So again guys, kung bago ka pa lang sa channel na to, no, if gusto nyo pong maging updated sa mga videos ko, so please do subscribe. Thank you so much guys for watching. Bye.